The Recruitment Process by Jennifer Rosa, course MAN 4900 with Professor Dr. Eric Aguilar. Human resources have many facets to its role. It's more than just hiring and firing or payroll. Human resources personnel must know employment and tax laws to be successful as well. Its duties range from training, compensation management, and recruiting employees. I chose to focus on the recruitment process because we all have applied for various positions. Some may have experienced a seamless process, while others endured many interviews before being chosen. Yet in some cases, unfortunately, the applicant may not have been chosen at all. This outlines the process in which the Human Resource Department must go through to find the best applicant for the job and the steps necessary before becoming an employee. It's important when applying for a job to know how the application process works. Before you can apply to begin the conversation with human resources, you, the employee, have to be prepared. The first step for an applicant is to build a resume so they can apply for job postings. Employers may require a cover letter prior to the resume. A well-written cover letter explains the reasons for your interest in the company and can showcase the skills and experiences that qualify you for the job, rather than just repeating bullet points from your resume. A strong cover page makes a persuasive case for your candidacy for the job. Once you have created a cover letter, ensure that your resume contains all the necessary information that will interest prospective employers. Contrary to an applicant's belief, recruiters do not read your resume. They do a 15 to 30-second spot check of your resume. So as an applicant, you must be able to provide all necessary information without including unnecessary details. One mistake that I have made, as I am sure others have made, is thinking that a lengthy resume makes you more impressive. This, in fact, does the opposite. Employers may not even read your resume if it's too long, because they have many other applications to consider. To better assist in drafting a cover letter or resume, you can use a template from Microsoft Word, find resume builders, or use a professional resume writer to help tone your resume making skills. Now that we have identified the first stage of the recruitment process and stressed that your resume needs to include your work experience, educational background, and any skills or certifications, these are just a few simple do's and don'ts when compiling your resume. Do include a cover sheet. Do include references. Only include jobs relevant to position you are applying for, and make sure to include contact information. Now, there's no need to overcompensate. Don't put more than 10 years of experience, and try not to exceed more than one page. Most large and some small employers have a formal process that it follows to recruit and hire new employees. This process has three key phases, including planning, recruitment, and employee selection. The following is an example of a flowchart that displays the order that many employers use in the recruitment process. It depends on the company and what methods the company uses to find applicants for employment. How applicants apply for jobs depends on the company as well. Since some companies use talent management software to accept applications for employment and to screen and select candidates to interview. In other cases, the job application process will require applicants to submit a resume and cover letter via email, which you are now a pro at. Yet some employers still prefer that applicants apply in person. If you do apply in person, appearance is very important, as this may be your first impression, which can be a lasting one. The recruitment phase of the hiring process takes place when the company tries to reach a pool of candidates through postings at job fairs, advertisements at college campuses, or through staffing agencies such as Randstad or Illuvion. In addition, the use of online recruiters and search engines like Indeed or ZipRecruiter are often a resourceful tool. Most of us are no stranger to the emerging trend that employers are using to reach out to potential applicants. The current trend of recruiting applicants through social media like Facebook has proven to be an effective strategy to target possible applicants and to share with many people, which ironically is how I obtained my current job. As an applicant, you must be aware that employers can use the information seen on social media sites to determine whether you are a viable candidate that they should choose to be the face of their company. So be careful. Prior to scheduling an interview, employers may require completion of various types of assessments as well. Higher scores in skills such as typing, personality assessments, or what if scenarios relating to the job description will increase your chances of getting an interview. These tests help the employer to determine if an applicant can handle similar issues that may arise on a job. It also allows employers a chance to see the applicant's state of mind in a high pressure situation. The assessments can be very tedious, so this is also an effective tool to weed out the ones who may not take out the time to complete the assessment or may not score high enough to go to the next step in the recruitment process. Employers may perform background checks, conduct drug tests, as well as check references of future employees. This process could take as little to 2 to 3 days or to a week to get results from a drug test conducted at an independent lab or receive results from a background or credit check. Applicants do have the right to refuse to list references on their application, but that does increase the chances of not being chosen due to the employer not being able to verify prior work history. Employee selection is the process by which an employer evaluates information about the pool of applicants generated during the recruitment phase. After assessing the candidates, the company decides which applicants will be offered the position. At this time, the recruiter will have sifted through the viable candidates. Some may have been eliminated due to not passing the drug test or references not checking out. If a candidate has made it past the many stages of the recruitment process, then the recruiter will extend an offer letter, usually via email. The offer letter will include title, pay rate, location, start date, and time. The offer letter will also include first day preparations and attire, including the training start and expected end date, as well as time of arrival and the end of the shift. Extended with the offer letter, the employer may also include the details of the benefit package, such as health insurance, life insurance, short and long-term disability, and retirement benefits, if such benefits are offered. The offer normally has a time frame in which the employer is looking for acceptance or denial of the offer. There was just a few more things that I wanted to touch on. When called in for an interview, it is best to be prepared. Do research on the company you are interviewing with. Look on the company website for their vision and mission statement and company history. Also, look up any recent articles that you may be able to incorporate into the dialogue of the interview. This shows the employer that you take initiative. You share common core values and want to be a part of their team. Another important factor to remember on interview day is first impressions. Dress for the position you want as if it is already yours. Always make eye contact, give firm handshakes, and sell yourself. Let them know what an asset you would be to the company. Have a list of questions for them and be able to state your strengths and weaknesses, as well as give short but concise details to questions asked. Another key component is that applicants often deter from negotiating compensation. A recent study by staffing firm Robert Half found that only 39% of workers negotiated their salary when they got their last job offer. The article explains tips for the next job offer and negotiating one's salary. Make sure to be confident and enthusiastic and remain professional despite the outcome. Research the average salary for similar roles and know what to ask for, but leave the door open if you would still consider the original offer. Also, let them know why you are deserving of a salary increase by stating your ability to do the job and the experience you have had in a similar position. Remember, if they extended the job offer, they are interested, so it can't hurt to be self-advocating.